Okay, here's I think it's a 1972. It's a 70s Cadillac Eldorado, and it's pretty oxidized. You can see there's the hood. And what I did is I used the 3M three-step process to go from the oxidation to the highly polished finish there. So we can see the difference. There's the untouched and there's the polished. One section, I did the whole thing with 3000, wet sanded with 3000. One section I was a little more aggressive and I got it flat. This is a section right here. And really got that down to a high polish with no orange peel. I'm not sure if this is the original paint. I think it is, because it is a single stage, and you may not be able to see it in the video, but there's a good amount of orange peel there. I think that's right in the transition area right here. You can see that orange peel, and I'll try to looking at the orange peel. I'll try to go back, and I think what you're going to see how the orange peel just disappears and it goes clear. That's just a more aggressive sanding with a 3000. I might even, if I had it, I might even do like a 3500 or 4000, because there are kind of a little bit of micro scratches in it. Not much though. It looks pretty good. I could have stopped at 3000. Then the next step is you got 1, you got 2, and you got 3 of the 3M system. And you can see these are their pads, double-sided, and you have a rougher, a little softer, and then a very soft blue pad. Is kind of discolored from the green that got on it, but it's blue, and they match the cap colors here. Okay. So after you do the wet sanding to where you got it pretty much a matte, like a matte finish, I might go over it 3 times with the wool and the number 1, and I just do it and see if I've got all of the scratches out from the sand marks from the 3000 or whatever grit I use. And then when I'm satisfied that there's no visible scratches, then I'll use the 1 in this pad, then the 2, then the 3. I don't do this twice or this twice or this twice. I just dump 1, 2, 3. But this I might do as many as 3 times. If I do it more than 3, then I probably ought to go back to wet sanding. But when you're all done, you can take whether this is original paint or not. Let's take a look. I'd have to look closer, but I think this might be original paint. It's old. It's a single stage. You can go from a highly oxidized finish like that. Now this is not going to come out. This is through, but it'll be nice. But you can go on most of the surface. You can go from highly oxidized, which I'll move it so we can do a straight comparison. So sort of that to, that's my best spot right there. There's a little dust on it, but nearly perfect. Couldn't get much better if you painted the entire car and color sanded. So that's the 3M system. But when they sell it to you, they'll just give you this, this, and this, at least the place I bought it from. You have to kind of, by experimentation, figure out how much of the more aggressive wool buffing you need to do. Because when you're done with this step, it pretty much needs to look like the finished product. These are really just to get it just that much better. If you stopped with this, if you can't get it out with this, these are probably not going to take it out. These are just kind of put the cherry on the top of the ice cream sundae. So there's a lot to be done with this, but you have to be very careful with this because this goes pretty fast. I do about 2,000 RPM, and if you're not careful and you're not moving, you can burn through paint, especially clear coat. Now there's no clear on this, but you can burn through clear pretty quickly. So you have to not only keep moving, but you can't catch edges like an edge here or an edge here, any sharp radius, because you'll burn right through the paint. So there is quite a bit of technique to it, but that's the basic process, and it works pretty darn well to bring paint back to life.